Welcome back to Frontier's Edge. I'm joined again by Stuart from the loading crew as 3.
Hi-ho! That's not even accurate, but let's go with it.
That was Joey's god.
That's right! Oh my god!
Yeah. When
Holy cow, what? That is a callback.
Yep, that's a deep cut. Yeah, in Stuart's campaign, my character's the voice of his god in his head sounded like Kermit the Frog here. Hi-yo! I am also joined by Brandy Xelesparza as Glinwyn.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Lady D as Sherry Sack.
Feast on the non-believers. I mean, hello.
And where we left off last time, 3 had just taken a wonderful trip under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter, and you meet a horrible eldritch eel creature at the heart of a giant skeletal dragon tortoise.
That is a lot to
as
process.
you do. As you do.
As you do.
Which was the
All right,
style.
it is my understanding that I am back on the boat, and the vessel that we've been traveling on is not too far ahead that I can't get back to it.
Yes, correct. You managed to make it back aboard ship just as dawn is breaking. You managed to sneak back in just before everybody is like getting properly rousted. You've had your full rest because as a skeleton you only need 4 hours. Although you no longer appear as a skeleton. For those of you who may have missed last week, 3's master, the necromancer who raised him, took him down below the waves, where he was interviewed by the Lord of the Waters, a giant eel-like telepathic creature who gave 3 a talisman that glamours him to look like his master, Lord Soup. And
That name.
Lord Soup stayed behind, down below the waves. He has some business with the Lord of the Waters. He has some advanced necromancer magic to teach him, per some sort of mysterious arrangement. But you 3 are now back on board and can do as you will.
So do we know that he's glamored as Soup, or
You don't know anything he doesn't choose to tell you.
aha?
Okay, so currently, as it stands, it looks like Lord Soup just came back into their shared cabin.
Yep.
Is that my understanding?
That is, your understanding is correct.
Lord Soup left with 3 and came back without him.
Yep, although you guys were asleep, so you did not see him leave with 3.
okay.
That was in the dead of night.
Got it.
All right. What I think I'll do, excuse me. I'll stir Gerald first, assuming the I guess that would be the most pressing thing. I would stir Gerald and kind of urge him to come with me to like a different part of the ship, or I would it just occurred. We're all 4 of us are sharing this little cabin, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, and they are the other 2 are roused as I walk in.
You know what? Let's say it's still an hour until daybreak.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to rouse Gerald real quick.
Okay, roll a stealth to try to wake Gerald without waking the other 2. That's a good stealth. Okay.
That's a good stealth.
Yeah,
Nice.
Gerald,
Keep it.
I was about to say pops his eyes open, but in fact, why would he? His seeing eye crow is still off delivering messages for him. hasn't gotten back yet. So But Gerald does wake up and he starts to mumble something, but you quickly like lay a gentle hand on his shoulder, and he seems to take the message.
Mm-hmm. The first thing I ask him is, who do I sound like?
So you're gonna beckon him into a corner for a private word?
Yeah, essentially. Well, I'll guide him or at least try to whisper as quietly as I can with that stealth. Like, who do I? This may sound weird, but who do I sound like?
That's Lord. Are you both there? Is that both of you? Because I felt a skeleton hand on my shoulder. That would be you three. There are two of you. One is three. Oh God, this is turning into a whole thing. I'm sorry, I just woke up. What's happening?
Okay, I guess I'll sound like Soup. Oh my boy, you've answered my question.
I'm glad I could be of service. If you're there, I could go for some breakfast. Would you help me above decks, please?
Oh, certainly. However, do not be alarmed, as I will help him to his feet.
Is everything good, 3? Are you all right?
I'm not quite myself, as it were.
I'm very confused, and this would all go down a lot better with some strong coffee.
Let's see what we can do. I will guide him to the not a mess. What do they have that on? What is the mess hall equivalent on a boat?
Galley.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Galley.
All right.
I will take him to the galley.
You head into the galley. The cook, the ship's cook. Chat, give me a good ship's cook name. We'll circle back to that later. But the ship's cook is the first one up. He's already up and brewing a strong pot, but nobody else is around. Bramlett Abercrombie.
Don't take my suggestion. I was doing it as a gag.
Too late. Too late. Marches of Amarand, I'll use yours for a different character.
I love that name, Bramlett. All right.
It's a Stephen Colbert joke from like way back, so.
Oh, I thought you were just like that amazing. I would not have even known.
Oh no, I am pretty amazing, but that one is not mine.
All right.
So Chef Abercrombie gets you a strong pot of coffee. He pours a mug for each of you and then putters back off to the kitchen area of the galley.
Okay. I will guide Gerald to a quiet area, but at least maybe somewhere near a window, so that way if there's any morning sea fowl like making noise, they might be able to cover up the conversation a bit. Okay. And I can like this, maybe the sea breeze will wake him up a bit.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the night watch up in the crow's nest, and Chef Abercrombie is puttering around in the galley, but other than that, you've got this corner of the ship to yourself for the moment.
I'll say, ho ho ho. So what do you know about the Lord of the Waters?
That's that guy what the sea hag was talking about, right? She was supposed to have some pull with him?
Well, as it were, we may have had an encounter before getting introduced.
I'm still confused, Lord Soup. I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. Very, very carefully, I will put like my skeleton hand on his shoulder and say, "It's me, old friend. But our other yeah, I'll just say, I am not quite myself. In fact, you could say I'm missing. God damn, I am trying to label this coyly. Essentially, I will just say to him that in some kind of coded, clever way that 3 could come up with, but I cannot, that I am currently disguised or glamored as Soup.
Roll I guess try a charisma to see if you're able to get that across.
I can tell you the real life Stuart's failing that role right now.
Lord Soup, I know you're into that, like, deep necromancy. Are you telling me you've skeletonized yourself?
Little bit of the opposite, actually. I don't want to spill all the beans to him, but I'll just say, like, at the moment, I need to find out as much as I can about the Lord of the Waters. It's just, if you have any sort of knowledge, now would be a wonderful time to share it.
Are we in danger? Look, I mean, sailor stories, but I don't know, here there be serpents? I don't know, I'm not the guy to ask.
Oh, that's quite okay. Why don't you finish off your coffee as best you can, and we'll go round this out with the others.
Yeah, whatever you say, Lord Soup.
Okay. My 3 big questions were already kind of answered. What is the limit of the glamour?
Mm-hmm.
What is the knowledge of Gerald?
Yep.
And then I'll just go to the party. He'll trust Glyn, so plus Glyn might know what to do.
All right, so you're gonna return to the other 2?
Absolutely.
All right, so yeah, Glyn and Sherry Sack, you know nothing of what has transpired. You are just, as far as you know, you're just waking up to an ordinary day, although as you see the dawn breaking through the porthole, you do notice that the fog that has bedeviled your ship for the last few days appears to have lifted. It is a bright, clear day.
So everyone in the galley, essentially, I will ask these 2 the same question. I said, have you heard of the Lord of the Waters? Specifically, I will ask Sherry, since Sherry seems to know a little bit more about the divine.
Okay. Would I roll a religion check for that?
Roll a history. Actually, both of you roll a history to see if you've heard anything else about the Lord of the Waters.
Okie dokie. History. Pop.
Woo!
Ooh.
Okay, so Sherry, you know that Glyn, all you know about the Lord of the Waters is he's sort of like a Davy Jones figure. He's just a vague figure in sailor folklore. When there's good weather, people say, the Lord of the Waters must be happy with us today. But it's not like, as far as you know, it's not like a concrete belief system. Sherry, you know that as well, but you also know that the Lord of the Waters is sometimes referred to as the 5th Titan. There are 4 Titans that they're the barons of the baronies, and the Lord of the Waters is the baronies are the necromancer territory in the New World. They're mostly agricultural regions. That's where the Necromancers Guild operates, and it's 4 territories, each ruled by a baron, who is usually a giant. The Lord of the Waters is sometimes referred to as the 5th Baron, whose domain is the entire ocean, but you're not sure if that's just being poetic, just a figure of speech, just people showing respect to the forces of nature, or what.
Yeah, so yeah, he's the fifth Baron that they call, like, kind of like the fifth Beatle, but not quite. I don't think you know about the Beatles yet. Anyway, so the fifth Baron. So you know how, like, on land, like, necromancy is divided amongst, like, the four baronies.
I will just nod.
Yeah, and that much
I mean, I'm sure
is
he
common
would.
knowledge. Yeah, you would know that.
Okay.
Well, there's a fifth barony, which is said to be the entire ocean, um, and the Lord of the Waters, fittingly, is the Baron of the ocean. So they say.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's really fully the whole truth, but that's what I know.
yeah, and you know what? A natural 20 is really good, so you should get. So you also know that what you definitely do know is that there are Sahagin in these waters, and and there's not really official contact with them. They tend to, sometimes they seize ships. They are not they don't have official diplomatic relations with surface dwellers. It's not like you can go up and ask them, but some people believe that the Lord of the Waters might be either their king or their god. Nobody's really sure.
Yeah, so they're either under his bidding, or they follow him, or they worship him. Nobody really knows. The Sahagin kind of keep to themselves.
Okay. Gerald, who is the Baron of Crunkledunk and its territories or surrounding it?
Oh no, yeah, Crunkledunk's not necromancer territory. That is, I mean, the great dragon Crunkledunk runs things up there. That's not part of the baronies. Yeah, now, I mean, Lord Clenville, that's my old army commander. I mean, he's the Baron of the Great Forest. He was my old army commander. He was, that's who I was hoping to go see if we'd made this trip overland. He might know more than I do. I was just a foot soldier in those days. And hardly even that. Mostly I just, raised the skeletons and let them do the hard work.
That's very interesting information. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Sherry.
And
No problem.
just at
And
that
just-
point, Captain Pike, the orcish captain.
There's a Star Trek reference.
Yeah.
There it is.
Marches
There
of
it
Amaranth
is.
set it up for me. Just then, Captain Pike, the orcish captain of the SS Campbell, comes up with a piping hot mug of coffee in his hand. Yar, that's right. I talk like this guy. Fuck you. Says, just the passengers I was hoping to see. I've got a bit of a problem, and you've already helped me so much, but I'm hoping I might impose on you just a bit more.
Did something happen to the donkeys?
No, the donkeys are fine. Praise the Lord of the Waters for that. However, bedeviled be the Lord of the Waters for how becalmed we've been the past few weeks, and the trouble with the lighthouse and the rocks and the slow leak has had us moving more slowly than I'd hoped and going through our supplies a bit quickly. Aye.
That's still good.
Now, our food stocks are still fine, but we're running a mite low on fresh water, and in fact, we've got so little at this point to make the rest of the way to Crunkledunk City. We may begin to run low. I fear for the women and children if things go on as they are. You know what? That R wasn't on purpose, but I like it. He nudges 3 with an elbow, and I'm gonna let's just roll a perception for him. And he doesn't notice a goddamn thing.
He hits him with his stump arm.
I thought you'd like that one there, Lord Soup. But
He chuckles. Sorry, go on. Continue.
to me point, there's one place we might put in for fresh water. It's a small island not far from these parts, but it's peopled by Yuan-ti snake folk, don't you know? And they don't much like orcish folk such as meself and me crew. It's an old feud, too much to go into. Certainly not the fault of the fine orcish people, but yourselves being, respectively, elves and goblins and gnomes, they might take more kindly to a request coming from you than for us. I think it might be best if meself and me crew stayed on the boat.
Okay, so we're opening diplomatic relations with the Yuan-ti. Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll help. We'll help.
I appreciate
I'll volunteer,
it.
everybody.
Praise to Mundabund or whoever your god may be. I know that's a big deal for you.
Mardamun.
That guy. Great guy, I'm sure. Gerald, however, does beg off. I don't think I'm gonna be that useful for this one. He taps his glasses. The eyes, you know.
Yeah, you should wait till Oswaldo gets back.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks. Shouldn't be more than a couple more days. Then I'll be back to my old self again.
Not a problem. Are we back in our room yet?
Yeah, if you have more that you want to do as a party, you can retire to your room until you get to the island.
Yep. All right. When we get inside, I'm just gonna yeet the thing. Yeet the medallion for now. Battle.
Okay, I'm gonna be the old man of the yeet is one of those words that I hear people using, and I have no fucking clue what it means.
Needs
All
to
right,
throw
basic-
something away with
But I'm not
great gusto.
yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, I'm just gonna put
Throw
it
with
in
great
another
vigor
part.
and force.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are putting it elsewhere, not on your person.
Yeah. I'm going to take it off to remove the glamour, or at least attempt to.
Okay, yeah. As soon as it is like as soon as you set it down on a cabinet or crate or whatever, then yeah, you revert to looking like full skeleton.
Oh, it's just you three.
Oh, what?
I've got a
Several
story for you. I've got a bit of a tale to tell. So,
yeah.
I will go ahead and actually, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap said medallion in cloth, and then I'm going to put it in a box and put that box in a box and that box in a crate.
All right.
Like, I'm going to put as many layers between that medallion and me right now. So last night, the Lord Soup and I went on a little trek, and we went to the bottom of the ocean, and we encountered the Lord of the Waters. Waters. I don't think there's a hard V in that.
Maybe he likes to be called the Lord of the Waters. You don't know.
3!
So I will then relay what has happened there in the best way I can recall, rather than step all the way through it.
Oh, so the Lord of the Waters is Rio, and okay. No, that makes sense.
Apparently, my master serves him. Personally, I don't trust him as far as I can kick him. And next chance I get, I'm going to try to take this fishy and fry him up real good for taking master without consent. I'll take a.
I can't.
Are you sure that's a good idea, 3?
Hmm.
If Lord Soup is deferring to him, then I don't know. I don't know how the necromancer power structure works, but I don't think that he would have stayed down there if he were more powerful and did not want to stay.
Well, so you weren't down there. He had a look of absolute shock, absolute surprise, and he didn't seem to originally want this sort of arrangement, and it just happened against his will. And fuck that.
And you don't think that if he could have overpowered this person and left, that he would have?
Well, I'm sure. Regardless, he didn't keep to his word, and he forced Master to stay down there without telling him first. That's what I take issue with. Perhaps later, if he could explain himself, I might be fine. But for now, I'm right pissed.
Right. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm still getting over like the visual of seeing a very fat elven man just suddenly turn into a skeleton, and I didn't have enough coffee today, and my mind is still kind of spinning on that one. But hey, quests of vengeance, I might bow out of, but we'll put a pin in that.
Did you let Did you let Gerald in on all this too, or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, Gerald's. Boy, it's hard to describe expressions without talking about the eyes.
The eyes have it.
Like, does he do stuff with his hands? Does he like cover his mouth? Like,
but yes, he's nodding like, okay, the coffee's kicking in and this is all making more sense. If this is something that you said on 3, I mean, when we get to Crunkledunk, I'm heading out over land, like I said, to report what happened at the lighthouse to Lord Grenville, Clenville, that guy. If
he wrote it down.
If the Lord of the Waters, I mean, if he's the equal of the other barons, Lord Clenville would be the guy to go to. I mean, you wouldn't want to try to go up against something like that without some serious backup, and Clenville's the guy.
Just how powerful is he?
He taught me everything I know. I mean, I don't like to brag. I did work for the man personally. But, I mean, he was in overall command of the Allied forces in the war. He sort of, I mean, he's the guy. He beat back Albion. I mean, those Dunklanders will like to take credit. We saved their asses, okay?
3 will nod, stop for a second, and then just acknowledge it with a verbal for his benefit.
I mean, I say we. Obviously not you, because that was the whole thing. They wouldn't allow us to bring the skeletons. We had to do it ourselves. It's not what we're used to. No offense. You're better at that sort of thing than we are. You're better suited to that kind of work, is all I'm saying.
Oh, no offense taken. We absolutely are. Don't have a lot of skin to lose. If you're hit with the fireball, there's no burns. It's just poof.
Exactly. Worst case scenario, you turn into bones, we come back later, we raise you again. That's a win-win.
Oh, no, absolutely. Oh, speaking of which, I will go into, I suppose, what are temporarily my bags and pull out a brother and set him up to be, set him up to serve Gerald, if I can. That'd be an Arcana, wouldn't it? Oof.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check to see if you can.
I am untrained or unproficient. Does that matter?
It just means that you don't add your proficiency bonus. There are. The bones just sit there in their bone pile.
I will like put the bone pile on like a rug and then pull the rug to Gerald and say, maybe you could work with it a little better. That is a nat 1 and a nat 20. How the f does that work? Like, that has happened so many times, like,
It
throughout
happens.
this whole thing.
Gerald,
Sometimes from failure is spectacular success, and vice versa.
Gerald kind of paws over the bones. I mean, you don't strictly need to see to do these, but it's what I'm used to seeing what I'm doing. I don't know. I'll try it. Sim sim salabim.
Oh, nice ball.
Yeah. The bones just sit there. Oh, I'm guessing nothing happened. Oh, okay, that's sim sim salabim. And the bones still just sit there unmoving. Oh, okay, that is weird. That is, I swear this never happens to me.
Oh, 1 in 3 of necromancers, I've heard.
Maybe if they're not your bones, then you have to ask permission first.
Not any way I've ever been taught. I mean, look, Lord Soup is way above my level. He might have done something special to these bones, but if so, it's, I mean, I can't see any, of course I can't see any sign of it. I can't find any sign of it. But also, that's just plain not the way it usually works. Like, I have never heard of anybody doing that. Of course, then I've never heard of anybody making a talking skeleton before, so clearly he can do stuff that I don't know how it's done.
Alright, 3 will then go back in, grab the medallion. Can I give it another shot while holding the medallion?
Yes, and oh, by the way, when you were, you said you wrapped it up in layers before, you noticed as you were handling it, as you were doing that, when you were handling it through cloth, it was still providing the glamour, but as soon as you covered that cloth with a layer of wood, that's when it stopped. So you, as long as there is wood between you and it, you are able to carry it without it being active.
Okay. Alright, I will put it on again and then attempt again to rouse the bones. I say, up and out of me, lazy bones! Eh,
Yeah.
Can I keep my 20 from earlier?
Yeah, nothing doing. There's those bones just sit there like nothing. If
Oh,
Maybe like... Oh, sorry.
yeah, if you didn't know any better, you'd think they were just a fresh corpse that had never been raised by anybody.
Never raised by anybody, just a rebel.
Oh, this is sticky now, because they assume I am some great necromancer, and if I go and say, hey, can someone, like, help out Gerald? Well, why don't you make a skeleton?
no, and they're gonna want us when we pull in at Crunkledunk. They're gonna want us to take everybody with us, and if they're not walking out on their own, they're gonna get suspicious about it.
Gerald pipes up. Not so much, actually. I don't know what Lord Soup's plans for these piles was when he got there, but yeah, necromancy not so much legal there.
No, I was talking about the sailors. The sailors aren't gonna want us to leave these here.
Well, the good thing about bones is they're portable.
Yeah, we can put them in a bag.
If the sailors have seen them porting themselves, and if they're not porting themselves, that might be a little weird.
I don't know.
Guess I'll have to
These
do a-
sailors are so iffy around necromancy. Maybe they just. I think they'd be more comfortable not seeing it than seeing it. The bones moving around, I mean.
All right.
Here's hoping.
I'll just have somebody pop in once every few hours to make sure you're all right, Gerald. We can bring you some tea and crumpets before we set off, so you're all good. Maybe a little walking stick.
He grabs
A clear path to the poop deck. Okay, Joanna, what are you doing?
That's not what that's for.
That's Stuart's daughter for the folks
Mike
at
muting.
home.
Mike.
Alright. Well,
What if one of us asks instead of 3/soup?
Asks the sailors to help Gerald, or asks...
Ask the sailors
Yeah,
to
I
help
think-
Gerald. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going for.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to hunt up Captain Pike. Ah, there you are. We're almost to the island. Have you made your preparations?
We are just about prepared, but we do want to make sure that our good friend Gerald is well taken care of. He, without his raven Oswaldo, he is unable to see. So I was wondering if you had an extra pair of hands around that could help Gerald, just move around the ship, get things he needs.
Aye, I'll assign one of me mediumist competent deckhands to it.
Oh, thank you, Captain Pike.
medium competence should be more than enough. Thank you.
You aren't vegan, are you, Gerald? Because he said he'd give you the meatiest.
I see what you did there. I mean, I don't, but I do, but I don't. Fuck.
You finger guns in him.
I'll snap my fingers before wiggling the finger guns so he knows that I'm gesturing at him.
Clap them bones.
All right, and with that, you are rowed across, unless there's anything else you wish to do aboard ship, to the
I need a reaction. I need a reaction image of Gerald going, I see what you did there.
To the Wanty village. And as you arrive, it's a pretty low tech, pretty even compared to Lodge Gob, which was a pretty small time fishing village, but it was at least boats and warehouses, and this is straight up thatch huts and very tribal looking. But as you come up, you see two Wanti at the entrance to the village, talking with a dragonborn in plate armor and a kobold, both bronze colored.
Alright.
What
I
did
will
they say?
hang. I was like, I will hang back and let the actual talkers.
Alright, I guess we'll get close enough to hear what they might be saying.
So the Dragonborn seems to be doing most of the talking, and he's sort of seems like he's sort of berating them. He says, look, if you just let us through, we will take care of the shadows, we will collect Professor Bill, we'll be out of your hair, it'll all be fine. And the Wanti are saying, it seems like a real bad idea. We let the one in, and then all this happened, and we're not letting in any more outsiders today. Thank you, go home.
That doesn't sound too good. Shadows.
Wonder what Professor Bill was doing.
I wonder who he is.
At this point, the kobold seems to notice you, and he kind of tugs on the hem of the Dragonborn's mail shirt under his breastplate there. Sir? Ah, more travelers! Hello, what brings you to this backwards benighted island?
Oh, we're just hoping to trade with some locals for some fresh water.
Well, good luck getting anything out of these folks. Hello, I am Cuitus, Knight of the Bronze Guard. Allow me to present my squire, Pen, The kobold pipes up. Yes, yes, Pentine, glad to meet you. Yes, Pen also hopes to be knighted one day.
Well, pleased to make your acquaintance.
Top of the morning to you.
Oh, that's right. You're back in skeleton form.
Well, actually, I'm still wearing the glamour, but these people don't fucking know.
Okay. All right. I just want to be sure.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Because
So I'm like a Santa Claus trying to do an Irish accent. So honestly, not much different from my real life persona. So
very good. Oh yes, we are Sherisak of the Order of Mortimun, and that's me. Hi. I present my hand for shaking.
Pen shakes it and says, Mortimer, but, have you not heard the good word of the great Crunkledunk?
Oh, Crunkledunk is, pretty good.
Pretty good? He's
really good.
He's the lord of all these lands. You shall have no other gods before Crunkledunk.
Oh.
Well, we're recent travelers to this land, but I'm sure that we will eventually hear the good word and...
Crunkledunk has a plan for all of us. Would you like to hear Crunkledunk's plan for you?
I would like to hear plans about getting fresh water for all the people on the ship who are incredibly thirsty. If you can provide that, then absolutely.
Cuitus sort of shushes his squire. These people did not come here to learn the good word of our great lord Crunkledunk, Pen. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's the great lord. Why is his word only good?
He's both good and great. He's the most amazing... Hush, 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 squire. The Wanti... The Wanti kind of push past the two dragon folk. Okay, what brings you here now?
Greetings. We are travelers over the ocean. We are hoping to trade for some fresh water. Do you have any? And do you have any need of any items? And if we could, perhaps take a couple barrels of water back to our ship.
You come asking for the very thing that we need. Such bitter fortune.
Aww.
We would tell you all about it if these very rude mainlanders would leave us in peace.
Oh, well, why are they being so rude? What's rude about them?
Yeah, what seems to be the issue?
We merely wish to pass through and find our associate, Professor Bill, who came here under the banner of Lord Crunkledunk, I might add. The Wanti just look entirely unimpressed. Yes, came here, released the shadows from the ancient ruins, which we told him not to go to.
Ooh, shadows.
Yes, you see, it's the dry season. It's the dry season here, and the well in the village, I mean, it usually happens this time of year. It goes dry, that's okay. We've got the other well off in the forest. We fill up the barrels, it's fine. Only now the forest is infested because of these university bozos who come here like they own the place.
Yeah, trust me, I totally get it. I don't know if you've noticed or know of my kind or not, but I'm a goblin. Hello.
Yes, I think I saw one of yours once.
Oh yeah, we're
Tastes like chicken. He whispers to the other one.
That's a myth. That's a myth. We do not taste like chicken. We're more gamey.
It's
It's
not a myth. Personal experience. Yes, I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, gee, when somebody says that your kind tastes like chicken and then say that you've eaten them, anyway, no, we're getting too around the bend here. Well, I serve Mortimun, and we're all about bringing light and stuff. So, if maybe we can do a little bit of this for that kind of thing. Get the shadows out of, back in the either vanquished or back in like the thing that they came out of, or yeah, well, I can't words right now. I'm sorry.
That would be wonderful. If you could banish these spirits. If the forest could be safe again, so that we might, yes, retrieve the water. We would share it with you gladly, and not with you. He glares daggers at Cuitus.
Well, hey, how about this? Many hands make for light work. What if they help us?
Unacceptable, I'm afraid. The ancient ruins are university property. They must be studied by professionals, not, and I say this with the utmost respect, amateurs.
Fucking colonizers. I mean,
Well, that sounds like a semantic problem for another day. The current issue is that there are a bunch of shadows, and they are keeping these fine people from being able to have water. Can we agree on that?
Here's what I'm willing to agree on. So far, our snaky friends have not sought to bar my passage by force. Unless they wish to offer battle, and he drops his hand to his sword hilt, with a knight of the Bronze Guard. Pen pipes up. Not a good idea. I wouldn't do it. Thank you, Pen. Then I'm going to go with or without your permission, and you can stay here and talk about water rights. Come, Pen! The Wanti do not look happy about this, but they kind of shrug and let the Dragonborn and the Kobold pass.
they follow a much more belligerent sort of god.
For what it's worth, we do apologize for their behavior, although we do not associate with them.
Yes, you don't seem like the types.
Yeah, no, trust me. I know what that kind of person's all about.
So, once again, though, we're back to there are shadows in your forest, and you need them gone. So, what can you tell us about the shadows and where you think they came from?
It started 3 weeks ago when the researcher from King's College in Crunkledunk City arrived. He wanted to study the ancient ruins. We don't go that way because, you know, shadows that appear out of the darkness and eat your soul, not what we're into. But we said, hey, you want to go get your soul eaten by shadows? Cool. Knock yourself out. Go right ahead. That is what we've come to refer to as our first mistake. Because almost immediately after he got there, the shadows became more numerous and more aggressive, and now we can't even get into the forest far enough to fetch fresh water.
I tells you what, why don't we go and, at the very least, try to quell said shadows. Can I do a religion check on shadows? Because if memory serves, they're a type of undead.
Sure, give it a roll.
Oh God, this sounds like my typical rolls, to be honest. So,
You can confirm type of undead.
I'll take that.
Could we see what Sharasak knows?
Sure.
Okie dokie. Where did my character sheet go? I've got too many windows open. I'm not even DMing. What the hell?
If you hold shift and then double click your token, your character will pop up.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. I got it. Thank you though.
Yeah.
It would be religion, was it?
Yep.
But ow. Oh no, Sherisak, that's your thing.
Just for grins, let's see if Glenwyn's heard something somewhere.
Can confirm. Type of undead.
All right.
Here's what I will tell you. We don't know that area of the forest with the ruins that well. Like I said, we don't go there. Those guys seem to know where they were going, so if you want to try to find the ruins where all the problems seem to stem from, I would try to follow their tracks.
All right.
Well, luckily the big one was so full of himself he might have weighed himself quite down in the dirt.
That was a good one. Quite good, quite good.
So I suppose. Oh, sorry.
No, I was about to suggest. Should we track him then and give these Wanty a polite thank you as we try to head off and follow him?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks for the help. Hope you don't get your soul eaten.
We will attempt not to.
3 laughs privately to himself.
Mortimer, give me strength.
All right. Glenwyn, you would have the best tracking skills.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a survival to try to pick up their trail.
Morty. The dice are not kind.
It's all because, like, I happen to know everything about the Lord of the Waters.
Yeah.
Now, does she get advantage because we're in her favorite territory?
So this is more of a jungle than a deciduous forest. So I'm gonna say no. I'm pretty sure jungle and forest are considered. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
What is a jungle but a fancy forest?
I mean,
Forest that's full of water.
I have proficiency in survival. I could also try.
Sure, give it a try.
Yeah, you're at least from this continent.
Aha!
Hey, you smell his bullshit.
Actually, okay, I'm looking at it. There is no. I had it in my head that there was a difference between forest and jungle. There is not, according to the mechanics. So, there's forest and swamp, but not forest and jungle. So okay, we'll assume you had advantage. So between the two of you, you are able to pick up their trail.
Yeah, I found some self-righteous colonizer tracks here.
All right, I'm gonna roll.
And all of these bent branches, he's not being very careful going through here.
Yeah. Also,
Almost
he's
like
a big dragonborn in plate mail.
Yeah.
So you are able to pick up his trail. Yeah. So what is your marching order as you proceed?
Mm-hmm. That's an auspicious question.
Of course. Well, obviously, Sherry and I are going to be up front since we're tracking.
Yeah, Sherisak is incensed with rage over the pompous buffoons from earlier. So she's like, yeah, let's get this done. Show them. Try to be peaceful. No, not gonna be like that.
All right. All right. In that case, I'm going to have you guys roll initiative. You've been ambushed.
Shit.
Oh.
Oh no. Have we been ambushed by shadows?
You might have. Weird. These shadows that look like vaguely humanoid-shaped silhouettes pop out at you from the shadow of one of these trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these, these canopies are not, the tree canopies that you can see. Those also mark shaded areas. They are not obstacles. You can move through them. So these, so as you pass under the shade of one of these, tall, broad trees, these, that is when these shadows pop out at you. And let's see. And the first one right here is going to go after Sherisak. Will a 13 hit you?
It will not.
All right. It takes a swipe with its shadow hands at you, and you, with your lightning quick reflexes, manage to see it out of the corner of your eye and dodge away.
Yeah.
The next one's gonna take a swipe at Glinwyn. And I'm guessing a 10 won't hit.
No.
Okay. Sherisak, it's your go.
Let's see here. So would I have gleaned thus far that these are undead? Would I know that?
Just for the purposes of not having to worry about in-character versus out-of-character information, I'm going to say yes. You are fairly sure
Okay.
these are undead. These appear to be some sort of ghostly, spooky, specter-type things. They do not appear... I mean, you're looking at them. They do not appear corporeal to you. They look
Okay.
like living shadows. Just silhouettes made out of darkness.
All right. So I am going to use my action to channel divinity turn undead. I present my holy symbol and loudly proclaim, "Foul creatures of shadow, be gone!" And then, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
It doesn't say against just my spell DC, I guess.
I would guess just your spell DC, yeah.
And I guess because 3 is technically undead as well, he would also have to.
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh god, what is my will save? Is it based on wisdom? Cause that ain't good, Chief.
Yep, that's your wisdom save.
They don't do will save.
Oh shit! Got a B12, and that did not beat a 12.
Yep. All right.
No, 3, not you. Oh shit!
The shadows.
It's Eddie.
Undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make.
Yep.
Oh my god!
Did not think of it until I had already said I was doing it.
That's fine. That's fun. No, it's fun. It's fine.
It is. The two shadows when they hear your words turn turn almost in unison toward you, and you hear them whisper in unison. Our bones still move.
Scary.
I was gonna say, oh my goodness, is 3 the only one that was affected by that?
Yeah, I believe. Oh god, are they?
This one takes another swipe at you.
Oh my god.
You're not supposed
I
to
was.
take
That was
over.
my turn.
Was it? Oh, did you have more to do in your turn? Sorry.
I don't think I actually have anything I can do on my turn. I'm sorry. Never mind.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna be a miss. It takes a swipe, but you're fully focused on them now, so you are able to dodge. Let's see. But the other one will now be taking its own attack at you. Will a 16 hit?
16 hits.
All right.
No.
All right. As you're distracted with the other one, you feel its shadowy hand clamp down on your arm, and you feel it drain some life away from you for 4 necrotic damage.
Ah! Dick!
And you also lose 2 points of strength.
Didn't have that much to begin with, so...
What's that put you at, actually?
6.
6? Okay.
Did not go with a beefy cleric build.
Alright, you are able to wrench your hand away. Glinwyn, it's your go.
Alright, I am going to take out my hammer and try and hit the one closest to me.
Alright. Give us an attack roll. That will hit.
Alright.
Alright, you are,
That's also the one that grabbed Sherisak.
Yep, so yeah, you smack it on its wrist with your hammer. Bad! Bad!
Let go of her!
It lets go and pulls its hand back. Do you have anything else you can do this turn?
Yeah, nothing that I want to do right now.
Alright. 3, as you are now turned, you,
So, in Scooby-Doo fashion, as he prepares his weapon, it is suddenly just like floating in the air for a second as he just yoinks his way out of there into the forest.
Play the bongos.
Now it says I need to take a dash, which is a double movement. Is that right?
Oh, shit.
Yep, so
Yep.
yeah, you're pretty much gone for the moment.
Yeah. Bye, friend.
Fuck!
But one of them does get a swipe at you. It gets a reaction on your way out.
Is that right? Even on a dash? Is that right?
Yes.
Because it's like a full disengage. Okay, okay.
Actually, no. You know what? No, you can. Well, yeah. It says for its action,
Yeah.
it can use only the dash action, which is not a. That lets you move at double speed, but without preventing reaction attacks. So it's a miss
Well-
regardless.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. So I will move 60 feet away from these guys in sheer terror, as it were.
All right, Sherry Sack, you're up.
Note to self, don't do that again.
At least not while 3 is within 30 feet.
3, where are you going?
Oh, you have this handled, I'm sure.
Okay, so, hang on. Done. This is when I yell out in a rebuke to these shadows who talked about bones still moving. Be ye warned, dickbags! Sacred flame on this guy right here.
All right.
Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. Target gains no benefits from cover for the saving throw.
All right. It does not make it save. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Alrighty then. What was the 1d8? Yeah, there. I just read it. Five.
So as unimpressed as it was with your original holding up of the holy symbol, this flame is really bothering it. It this sacred flame just darts straight into its center of mass and lights up like a torch. It lets out a high-pitched squeal and starts batting at it. It is not happy about this. And it's this one's turn, though. It's going to take another swipe at Sherisak. Ooh. That's a nat 20.
Ah, dick, that hurts. Well, this may have been a strictly guest appearance anyway.
Oh shit! Did we? I'm sorry. I walked away for a second. Is Sherry dead already?
Not yet.
No, but you did just
No.
take 13 necrotic damage.
Oh,
Holy shit!
And you lose
That's
4
not good.
points of strength.
I'm so weak. Oof. Oof.
All right, the next shadow is up. It's gonna take a swing at Glenwyn.
Okay, good.
Glenwyn, you notice as it takes a swing at you, and you lean back to avoid it. You are standing in full sunlight, and as its arm comes out into the light, you can see it sort of burning and hissing, and it darts its arm back, missing you.
All right.
And Glenwyn's turn.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, noticing that and being close to Sherisak, I think I will try and grab her shoulder and pull her. Is she in the shade? Like, there's a little bit on that tile that she's on. Is she, like, under part of that cover?
She's kind of like half in, half out.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to pull her into full sunlight.
All right, I will. If you're using your action to do that, I'll allow Sherisak to disengage without to move 5 feet back without proccing any opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action for that. Get her out of there.
all right. I am going to burn a spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
So this shadow it's gotten a taste of you. It doesn't want to let you get away. It doesn't seem to like it, but it comes out into the full sunlight. You can see its edges. Its silhouette is much more distinct as it steps out from the shadow of the tree, but the edges of its shadowy form are like hissing and sputtering as it steps out into the light. And it takes a swing at you. For 14 damage. It rolled a 22 to hit with disadvantage.
Okay, well, fuck that then. Yeah,
Yep.
that hits.
And you lose 1 more point of strength.
Jeebus. I'm at 1 strength.
Oh.
Alright. This one prefers to stay in the shadow where it can attack Glenwyn. It takes a swing. That's a hit. It deals 9 necrotic damage. And Glenwyn, you lose 2 points of strength.
I guess I will keep attacking the one that's attacking me. Just with my hammer.
Alright. That will hit.
Okay. There. Hello, Roll 20. There we go.
Alright. Yeah, you You feel it connect, but it doesn't seem like it did much. The shadow's still glaring daggers at you, if it could, which it can't, because it's a shadow.
That's my joke.
Go back to your moving bones.
Our bones still move. It's Sherazak's turn.
Sherazak is going to... Oh, this is nuts. Okay. Sherazak's like really pissed off at this one, is following her out in the light. Says, oh, you want some too, dickbag? Have some. And then she casts Sacred Flame again.
All right.
And one thing I neglected to do last time is Fury of the Small. When you damage a creature with an attack, I assume our shadows medium.
Yeah, they are medium,
Yes,
so
okay.
you can use that.
Alrighty then. So they get extra damage equaling my level, so 2. So it's 1d8 plus 2.
All right. It does not make its dex save, so go ahead and roll for damage.
7.
So the flame darts out and strikes it center mass just like the other one. This time as soon as it hits, it expands, and as the sunlight seems to be burning it down from the outside, the flame burns outward from the center and meets the sunlight in the middle. The shadow is defeated.
One down. And
Yep.
that's my turn.
All right. The next shadow, well, the remaining shadow, I should say, takes another swipe at Glenwyn from the shade. It's gonna be a hit for 8 necrotic damage
Ooh.
and 1 more point of strength. Glenwyn's turn.
Alright. I hit it with my hammer again.
Bonk it on the head.
All right, that's gonna hit. But it barely seems to feel it. It's out for blood. Back to Sherazak.
Sherazak is just absolutely fuming and has had enough. She is going to do the Sacred Flame one more time.
All right, roll a... Doggo is not happy about what's happening here.
You tell us,
that
Minnie.
shadow, Minnie.
All right, that's a miss on its dex save. Roll for damage.
2, yeah. 6 radiant.
The flame strikes at center mass, and even faster than the other one, even though it's still in full shadow, the flames cover its entire form and burn it away to nothing. You are victorious.
Okay. 3, come back. I didn't mean it.
Back at the village, you know what's really scary? Not the shadows, but a really loud and very a very loud and angry goblin. I tell you what, I can handle me on shadow, but I can't handle the tiny goblins. Anyway, I'll be seeing you. Back to the forest I go.
I want to take this time to use my remaining level 1 spell slots to cast Cure Wounds on myself and Glenwyn.
All right.
So let's see. So here's the one for myself. D8 plus 4 plus. Oh, that's right, because I got Disciple of Life too. What was that one? 3.
1d8 plus 7.
Okay. So that's Glenn wins right there. You get 11 back. And I get 14 back.
Right.
Which seemed to be the magic number for damage, just up and down. Jeez Louise. Okay.
Did you handle the shadows?
So
You could say.
so 3 just bolted. Just
Oh, am I still gone? Okay,
you
I'm
were,
sorry.
yeah. So
Okay.
All right, sorry.
Does Glenwood understand why 3 bolted?
roll an Arcana or a Religion, whatever's better.
They are the same. Nope.
Shouting
Oh wow,
goblins.
3's gone. When did that
Yeah.
happen?
That feel it because he didn't have any problems before.
I don't know what to say. I apologize, but he's still. I don't think he heard me. I don't know. I bet there's more shadows out here though, so stay in the light.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you going to attempt to find 3?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
All right.
I
Roll.
mean, I guess I shouldn't judge. Everyone has a phobia. He always just made light of death and being dead, but I guess shadows are just a bridge too far for him. He just can't handle them.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yes.
Roll a survival to see if you can pick up 3's trail in the underbrush.
Damn you and your light bones.
All right. If I know 3, and I like to think I do up until this point, he'll have gone in this direction.
Okay, you're able to find him without too much trouble here. Oops.
Hey, buddy.
There he is.
Do I?
Explain
Okay,
what that was about?
I'm going to roll. Fuck no!
Gary Goblin go rar.
You know, I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. I just I got a bit of a fear in my bones, and I just decided that I need to go this way. I hope you could forgive me.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll try not to make a habit of it, but just in case, Master sometimes use this. I'll reach into my robes and I'll find a collar. I'll put on a collar.
This is taking a turn.
That's somebody's fetish. A skeleton in a collar.
And here you go. I will hand the other end of the collar to Gwyn. Or Glenn. Sorry.
Ooh, usually I'm on the other side of that. Okay.
Can confirm.
All right. So now, just so that I can get this visual in my head for this theater of the mind that we are doing right now, we have a small-sized tan gnome woman leading around a tall, chubby elf man on a collar.
Correct.
That seems to be what's happening, yeah.
Except that the collar keeps on like phasing in and out of his neck.
And a religious goblin is just like shouting.
Oh God, what will the paladin say? At the very least, this is some very comedic foreshadowing because we're about to run into some holy people. So,
Sherisak is feeling rather weak, and I know we're gonna lose daylight, but I think I really need to rest. That took a lot out of me.
Yeah. Let's see. Where do we want to try going back to the Yuntai village, or? I mean, I don't fancy spending the night in these woods with all these shadows around.
Yeah, somewhere where it's open. We have to. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit. Oof. Feel.
No, I'm not
so
feeling so
warm.
great after that either. So.
my morale's a little bit too. We might as well stop for a moment and catch our breath, as it were, if I had any breath to catch.
Now it is still fairly early, so you've got a good long time before dark.
Okay.
But
So how does short rest work for ability damage? Because that's
It's something very specific with shadows, and I probably am using player knowledge poorly. So
yep. So
fan art when.
oh, long rest only. Oh God.
Is it? I thought it was. Hold on, I
So
gotta look that up because I thought it was short or long.
yeah, so I'm just gonna tell you, yeah, it's you will get it on a short rest, and our house rule is that you can take one normal 1 hour short rest per long rest.
Okay. Well, let's just chill out for an hour and regain our strength. Literally.
All right, 3's feeling pretty good as long as he's got his rake back. He'll pass out granola bars that I'm sure that
These are rather salty now. Like they've been under the ocean or something.
So yep, everybody regains their lost strength, and you can also spend hit dice to regain more life. All right. So yes, you are able to sort of regroup and catch a breather, and you feel your strength returning to you. Do you go on, turn back? What's your next move?
Well, I think we learned a lot in that encounter of things to do and not to do. I think we can press on ahead.
All right, and as you continue along the path, you see a bunch of you see two huge swarms of wasps flanking one very large wasp.
do they
Kill them
appear?
with fire.
Yeah, I was like, do they appear to have seen us?
They're just buzzing around right now, but they are directly as you're following the trail left by Cuitus and Penn. They are directly along your path. You would have to go out of your way to avoid them.
They probably just bungled through their nest or something. I would say we can go around them. Pick up the trail on the other side.
I'm just gonna do a personal roll off to the side here on my own die. Shirasak is like gritting her teeth, and she's just very like, kill it with fire. And that goblin brain is kind of compelling her to act.
Uh-oh.
I would like to I would like to cast Sacred Flame on the big giant wasp.
All right, roll initiative.
I'm assuming this is a backstory thing.
It is now. Of course I rolled that one on my initiative, of course.
Oh
Well, if they haven't seen us, does that mean we get a surprise round?
You know what? Roll a stealth to see if you're able to sneak up on them if that's what your plan is.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Naturally.
All right. Let's see, passive perception. Okay.
Oh, Sherry! Why are you producing flames, Sherry?
Must burn for it. Foul abominations.
All right.
They are natural creatures. The abomination just blew through their nest.
Glenwyn gets a surprise round. They have not seen you,
Ugh.
so you have a chance to act before they react.
I guess I see Sherry lighting up then.
Yep.
Alright, we're gonna longbow the big one.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. You clip one of its wings. It buzzes around in a circle and then makes, what's it called when it's a line that's like directly for you? It makes a line right. I don't know. There's a word I'm looking for and I don't know.
A wasp thing.
Yeah,
Fine.
a wasp distance, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Straight
that's
as
the one.
wasp flies.
Yes, as the
It's
wasp
straight as
flies.
wasp flies. A hornet line, yes, Zodiac got it.
Yep. It's heading straight for you, and it's got its stinger out.
It's head right for us.
Will a 12 hit you?
No.
You duck, and it swoops over your head and circles back around. 3, you're up.
All right, seeing Sherry light up, but she hasn't fired yet, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Could I light the end of one of my farm tools and catch it on fire, and then attempt to attack the big one?
Yes.
That's like an interaction. Like, I know that's a thing.
Yes, because it's a cool idea. Yeah, hold your. I'm gonna call that a readied action. Yeah, put your. Yeah, we're gonna wait to resolve that until after Sherry acts. But you can, as your action, move into position and which tool are you using, by the way?
Let's go with the maul, because that to me makes the most sense. It'd be like a wooden mallet, sorta.
Okay, so you're positioning your mallet in the path of the path of the firebolt, like holding it out for her to light on fire, and we'll see how that works when it's her turn. In the meantime,
Righto.
Glyn, you get a go.
I'll just mark myself with a red thing, so
Sure.
we know.
So we remember.
Red means fire.
And do we still have Zill?
Yep.
Yep, it's your go.
Alright, so it is now fairly close to me.
Yep.
So I'm gonna slash at it with my hand axe then.
All right. It flits out of the way. And,
Alright.
and circles back around for another pass.
Okay. I'm gonna kinda keep an eye on it. Turning around with my axe up for the next strike, I guess.
All right. Meanwhile, one of the swarms of smaller wasps heads straight for 3. They're buzzing all around you. Actually, hold on. Just make sure that was 5, 10, 30. Actually, it cannot quite make it to you, so it's heading to you, but it hasn't quite made it yet.
Gotcha.
The other one, on the other hand, does make it to you. It's buzzing all around. You can feel the wasps going in and out of your rib cage. And they're and
Don't like that.
and what's your AC?
13.
Right. It's and it's a death of 1,000 pinpricks type situation, but it's you can feel their little stingers trying to find purchase in your bony frame. But there is a lot of them. You're gonna take 9 piercing damage.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
Oh shit.
I will subtract 9. Got it.
Alright, and it is Sherisak's turn. Go ahead and resolve that sacred flame.
Burn it with fire! And come on, Sacred Flame, do the thing. Yee. So one
Oh yeah, so they get a dex.
1d8 plus. Yeah. Dex.
Alright, you're going for the big one?
Yep, and it's gotta be a 12.
That's gonna make it, unfortunately. So it once again flits its way out of the way. It's just a little flying ace.
Alright, I am clearly seeing the lapse in judgment creating an issue. And using my racial ability Nimble Escape, I am going to disengage. Wait, I'm not even engaged. Never mind. I'm going to hide.
All right, roll a stealth. All right, you are able to disappear into the bushes behind you.
By the way, Sherisak is a disaster. That's her backstory.
All right, so at this point, 3, your turn's gonna resolve. Roll me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Attack. I'm using my maul, right?
That's where. Sorry.
All right, your maul catches flame. It catches on flame from the sacred flame as you bring it down on the big wasp. Roll for damage.
Okay. Maul. Oh, right. I already did that. Sorry. There you go.
There you go.
You bring the maul. It's flitted its last flit. You bring the maul in a sickening crunch directly down on it, smashing it into the ground where it bursts into flame, defeated. It is an X-bug. This bug has ceased to be.
It's gone to join the swarm invisible.
Hold on. I've got a thing.
Oh.
I've got it should be. Hold on. I'm sorry. Oh wait. Do you have to? Fucking. This is it. Oh, you score a critical hit. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, my bad.
Yep. But so that was your readied action from your last turn. We're now at the top of the initiative order. You can go again.
All right, with flaming maul still lit, I assume I'm going to swing at the swarm that's adjacent to me because there's 2 of them. Correct?
Correct.
Is that possible?
Yeah, it's there. You can swing at it. All right.
Okay, like that's the best idea I got because fire, like, I'm thinking Pathfinder and swarms are really fucking dangerous.
All right, give it an attack.
All right. Crit.
Woo!
Woo!
With
All
your
right.
actually, you
Go ahead.
you describe with your flaming maul. How do you dispatch this? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a crit's gonna do it.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll be all like fire dancer and have it like whirl in front of me as I like catch each individual bug into an arc of flame. And then now, since I have killed something with a crit, I do get a bonus melee action.
Yes!
with a slam into the ground with my other bit of fire. Well, does a 12 hit?
A 12 will hit. Roll for damage.
Sweet. Well, that's. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I keep hitting the wrong button. I get excited. All right. I don't know how much of that you want to be fire damage.
All right, you you take another great swing, and you've this swarm is looking to be about half the swarm it used to be, because because a goodly number of them are now fluttering around, sizzling a fire on the ground. All right, and it is now Glinwyn's turn, unless there's something else you can do with your turn 3.
I'm going to take a. I'm going to have second wind. Well, how many hit points have I lost? I've lost 9. I can take a bit more. I'm good.
All right. Yeah, and actually your Great Weapon Master was your bonus action anyway. So, okay, it's Glynn's turn.
Alright. Seeing that the hammer looks to be doing a pretty good job. Well, no, I've got the hand axe out. I'm going to stick with that. So, hand axe to the swarm.
All right.
It's close by. Nope.
It just whiffs straight through the center of him, not striking anything.
Yep.
And all right. The remaining bugs concentrate themselves into a smaller mass centered around 3's skull. What's your AC? 3?
13.
You can feel them trying to worry their way in and find some sort of purchase, but they're not finding anything right this second. It's now Sherisak's turn.
Sherisak is going to try to hit at the. She's gonna move up here. No, wrong window. Up here, and she's gonna try to hit at the swarm with her mace.
All right, give us a roll.
Mace, 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 mace. No. Just kind of wildly swinging.
Yep, that's gonna be a miss. You're not able to find a way to hit them without hitting 3's head, and for a change, caution caution prevails, and you're not able to hit either. You hesitate. 3, you're up.
I've got an ability called Bone to Pick, where I can remove pieces of myself and kind of use it as a weapon. Can I take off my head and just shake out the bugs?
Yes, because that's awesome.
All right. I'm going to roll. I'm just gonna roll a d20 plus stuff.
Call it a strength check.
Okay, cool. Rolling strength. Can I have advantage because it's my own head?
I'm gonna say you are able to shake the bugs out, and they are still buzzing around unharmed, but they have left your skull for the moment.
I'll live with it.
Glenwyn, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna try again with my axe.
Also, from all outward appearances, it looks as though you just reached, because you're still glamored to look like soup, like this rotund elven man reached inside his own head, pulled out a skull full of bees, shook them out, and then plopped his skull back inside his own head.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Great party trick.
Only for Glenn to bring down her axe on them. Roll for damage.
Ah, curse or why? There we go.
Curses.
All right, you're able to, as your axe comes out of the swarm, you see it's covered in dead bees, but there are still some still buzzing about, and they're gonna go after you.
Of course they are.
That's a hit. You feel 3 little stickers poke into your neck for 3 damage.
Oh no!
And it's Sherisak's turn.
Smash him. God, no! Sherisak, you're a disappointment.
Well, you were still hidden, so you had advantage, so that is a hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I forgot I did that.
Yeah.
Hide from them bugs. Okay, so. Da-da-da. Ah, you hate to see it.
All right.
Get one of them.
At this point, the that one was the linchpin.
Really?
Yeah. The rest, the swarm disperses, and the survivors decide to go buzz around another day.
Sometimes discretion is the better part of buzzing. Oh.
And I'm
I
going
will
to
go ahead and go ahead. Sorry.
after that victory, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I know it's getting kind of late for Stuart, but if you want to join, if you care to join us again next week, Sherisak, we can pick this up again next time because we've been going for a
cool
good
with
couple
that.
of hours now, or we can keep going tonight, or what are you guys feeling?
I'm actually feeling pretty good, but it's up to everybody else.
I could probably go for like another half hour.
Oh, do you work?
I don't,
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and call it now then, because this is a
Okay.
pretty good halfway point through what I'd had planned, I think. Also, if I have another week, I can plan more.
Yay, more.
Yay, planning.
Yay.